The Detroit Lions played their first preseason game today in a 14-3 loss to the New York Giants. The only point scored was by Jake Bates on a 53-yard field goal. How fitting that he was the one that scored after all the concerns that we've had from him about, coming from out of practice. So it makes you wonder, what is Dan Campbell going to do when it comes to the kicking position? There were times that he could have taken points. He decided we're going to go for it. It's only preseason. I'm not mad at him, but I would have liked to see Jake Bates out there a little more. Let me just start by saying this. You're not going to see me flip out. I had some fun during the game. I really have exhausted everything that I wanted to say. Positive. Rakestraw played great. I like what I saw from Amik Robertson as well. Broderick Martin was out there, got a little cleanup sack. He should have had the whole sack. I think they credit him with half a sack out there. Still playing a little bit too high, but it was good to see him out there. Vaki was a standout. Offense was sparked when he came in, and Nate Sudfeld was out there. Speaking of Nate Sudfeld, there is nothing else to say about him. You already know Nate Sudfeld is trash. It is time for him to go. Now let's talk about Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker was another spark that the Lions needed. Played behind the same O-line that Nate Sudfeld played behind. But I want to make something very clear. If you watch his throws, he overthrew receivers. I'm not mad at the kid. This is his first NFL action. He has to play. Then he goes out with, we don't know. We have no idea. They don't give injury updates in the preseason. Speaking of going out, man, did we take. The injury bug said, you know what? We didn't get y'all last year. We got to clean up this year. We lost Connor Galvin. It looked nasty. We lost Antoine Green. We lost several other, I think it was 4 or 5 people that we lost. Guys fighting for roster spots. Injury bug said, I'm going to raise you one. I'm coming. I'm already here. So it looks like they making up for lost time. Offensive line, the backup offensive line, we expected bad, but did we expect horrendous? They were terrible. Absolutely terrible. Nothing on the offensive line. The backup offensive line was good. Defense as a whole, I think we had 2 sacks overall. We looked at, there was a guy, I'm disappointed in Matthew Betts. I'm apologize right now. From what I saw today, it doesn't look like he's making the team except as a special teamer. James Houston was out there, got an offsides call. I don't know if he saw him again after that. Not a bad thing, though. That doesn't mean that, he's not going to make the team. But I might have been wrong about Matthew Betts. Dude looked slow. He looked like, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm not going to trip out about the loss. Back up, and here's what I want. I've been trying to get across to y'all all off season long. Our starters are on the defensive line. We know what we got on the offense. Starters on the defensive line. We have DJ Reader, who currently is not healthy. He can be. Marcus Davenport came off last season injured. We have Aleem McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson. I am not satisfied with that. Wingo had potential. He's got potential. It's a couple moves that we need to make. So we went from, the team is set at these positions to we don't know now. We don't know the severity of Antoine Green's injury. We don't know this stuff. So, this is all stuff that we expected. We expected them not to be great. As far as Hendon Hooker is concerned, he needs to play. And I'm hoping that if he can clear concussion protocol, assuming that was it, that this guy, we need to have him play. Sudfeld needs to take a back seat. If this guy is going to be a number 2, and I know I'm upset a lot of y'all, but I'm in the business of speaking facts. Hendon Hooker is not ready for the number 2 role right now. And if they split quarters with him, that means he has 4 quarters to become a backup quarterback. And no matter what you say about, he's a backup, you still need game reps. Practice reps are not the same. Preseason reps are not the same, right? But they're as close to an actual game as you're going to get. So right now, Hendon Hooker is not backup number 2. Nate Sudfeld should not even be in the NFL. It's just the bottom line. Point blank, period. So I expect some changes to be made this week. We have to see what's going on with the guys that went down. Some of them look really, really nasty. We lost Bada as well. Some practice squad bubble guys. But the depth took a hit, right? It took a hit. So I expect some moves to be made. Now, don't forget, the Lions can start cutting people, if I'm not mistaken, as early as they want. But when it comes to getting down to the 53, that will come on Tuesday, the 27th, I believe, of August. It's usually always on a Tuesday. So overall, it was worse than I expected it to be, but it was still expected. These guys haven't played in 6 months, and I would tell you this, and this is, I don't know, you might take this the wrong way. The UFL was more entertaining than what I saw today. We talk about the UFL being second tier guys who just couldn't make an NFL roster. The UFL was more entertaining than today's game. That is not a good thing. But again, I said this. I've said all I have to say. Brad and Dan are in charge of this team. They know, what's his name? Yannick Ngakoue still out there. Ryan Tannehill still out there. It might be some receiver. Oh, Darius Fountain. I don't know if I saw one pass go his way. It was broken up. It was good defense by the defender. Didn't really see much from him. Not saying that's a bad thing, right? But I got some questions about the depth of this team. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Football is back. That means football me is back. I'm going to keep it $1.50. Okay, so Lions, we might have some depth issues. We know what our starting team is going to be. But when you go beneath the surface, we might have a problem. Think about this. We don't know who wide receiver number 3 is. We do not know that at this moment. That is a problem. And I don't know if there was any type of separation made today. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.